Ha Marawata Nananheta Yubani. Hello everyone, my name is Autumn Dawn Gomez. I'm Taos Pueblo Comanche and I grew up in northern New Mexico around Ogopoge Owinge, also known as Santa Fe. I am a muralist, I am an artist and illustrator, and I do community work closely with Three Sisters Collective, Table Women United. In 2017, I helped co-found Three Sisters Collective, which is a collective for Indigenous women and feminine people in Ogopoge who would like to be closer to culture, be closer to the land, and create community. We do a lot of farming, and we also do public art and advocacy for Indigenous people in Ogopoge and the surrounding areas. In 2021, I had a life-changing surgery. I had an autoimmune disorder that I didn't know about, and I became very ill and needed a liver transplant. So I began to think about what what this process looked like when it was did not just belong to one person, it belonged to many people, and becoming disabled really made me think about accessibility. So I wanted uh, my pieces, or I want my pieces to be uh, for many people with different abilities to be able to paint and to be a part of these designs. The latest piece is on a huge wall in Ogopoge Owinge, and that one is called I Am Life, Creator of Worlds. To kind of counter the narrative of Oppenheimer and the creation of nuclear weapons, he famously quoted the Bhagavad Gita saying, I am now death, destroyer of worlds, after the first bomb was detonated in southern New Mexico. And I thought about the inverse of that statement would be I am life, creator of worlds. And that is the outlook of Pueblo people. We create an environment for our corn to survive. We create an environment for our youth and our babies to thrive, as well as create community and support for people like me who need extra help, and people like our elders who need the extra support as they age, and really thinking about how to counter the narratives with the Los Alamos National Labs, which is in our backyard, um, very close to Ogopoge Owinge, as well as many other smaller communities, especially indigenous communities. We have elders now who are people who have been advocating against uh, against the weapons and for nuclear safety for decades now, and who have been advocating and creating space for women and feminine people to become farmers and go back to our ways that require us to work with the land. And some of this land is contaminated. Can we have a conversation using our art? When I became disabled, and as I mentioned, like I knew that I couldn't take take such a large piece on by myself. I know other artists do, and that's amazing, but I know that I can't. And a lot of us struggle with asking for help sometimes. And this was my asking for help, was to create something that many people could be involved. And by having many people involved, we are building our beloved community. We're building confidence in people who don't consider themselves artists and afraid to make marks on the wall. We're building confidence in people to be able to talk about these issues around nuclear safety and around having clean water, air, and land, as well as honoring our elders who have worked really hard and paved this path for us to where we can have these conversations and in a broader sense and really educate and advocate more for our land and for each other.